Lightning round question, ready? Favorite actor, go.
I don't know.
Nobody?
Maybe Michael Keaton.
Happy November, everybody! This is Top 5, and today we're going back to the roots of the show with an actor who's been heavily requested from the very beginning.
Tim Curry.
Michael Keaton.
Robert De Niro.
Michael Keaton.
John Cena.
Michael Keaton.
Tommy Wiseau.
Michael Keaton.
Pauly Shore.
Michael Keaton. What? Why are you guys always doing that? Michael Keaton has been a Hollywood legend for decades. His signature personality and high energy made him popular in the 1980s. Since then, he's grown to be a very well-rounded actor, and from Batman to Birdman, his dramatic range is just as well known as his comedic chops.
Age has not slowed him down either, as many believe his best work has come in the last decade. This guy isn't just a comic book movie icon. His skills have only gotten better as he's gracefully aged, and at 67, Keaton has continued to choose projects that challenge us while maintaining his immense pop culture status.
With all these fantastic roles to choose from, it's not easy to just pick a handful, but we're here to give you the best, and that's what you'll get.
These are the top 5 best Michael Keaton performances.
Number 5. Dogberry in Much Ado About Nothing.
This is quite possibly Keaton's best purely comedic performance.
Hero, the young daughter of the Messenian governor, and Claudio, an Aragonese count, are to be wed. However, the night before their wedding, an elaborate ruse leads Claudio and his prince, Don Pedro, to believe that Hero has been unfaithful. This was set up by Don Pedro's jealous half-brother, Don John. Confusion, hurt feelings, and painful accusations then ensue.
As you can tell from the movie's description, Dogberry isn't a huge character in the story. He serves the narrative as comedic relief in a role that many other actors may have portrayed as annoying, but Keaton ends up completely stealing the show. Every scene he's in, you can't take your eyes off of him. It's like someone completely let him off the leash, and it's the best thing ever.
Remember, I am an ass. Though it be not written down, forget not that I am an ass.
He's insane, delusional, and hysterical all at the same time. Also, always at a 10! His energy is through the roof in every shot, even when he's not talking. Keaton's comedic timing in Much Ado About Nothing is nothing short of perfect.
Your worship speaks like a most thankful and reverend youth, and I praise God for you.
There's for thy pains.
He's so off the wall that it makes you want to see more of him, so you cherish every scene he's in as a gift. I wish we could show more clips because he's brilliant in all of them, but here's one more for the road.
What is your name, friend?
Borachio.
Write down Borachio.
Number 4. Beetlejuice in Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice!
No.
Adam and Barbara Maitland have recently died in a car accident. After realizing they're dead, they are stuck haunting their home and are not able to leave. Soon, the Dietz family moves in and completely changes the house. The only one who can see the Maitlands is Lydia, a strange and unusual teenager. Eventually, Barbara and Adam get desperate and summon Beetlejuice, the dangerous bio-exorcist, to scare the Dietzes out of their home. This results in unpredictable and unsafe situations for both the Maitlands and the Dietzes.
It's showtime.
This might just be Michael Keaton's most well-known role. Like in Much Ado About Nothing, his comedic personality and mile-a-minute energy shine through. But this time, the focus is more on him in this twisted yet somehow delightful early Tim Burton film.
Hey, guy, come on. We're simpatico here. Look at us. Huh, we even shop in the same store. Hey, hermano.
If you're familiar with Keaton's career at all, you're most likely familiar with Beetlejuice. It was such a unique character and performance. His quick thinking and utterly entertaining one-liners were sometimes improvised on set.
Well, I attended Juilliard. I'm a graduate of the Harvard Business School. I travel quite extensively. I lived through the Black Plague, and I had a pretty good time during that.
I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it.
While Beetlejuice is usually hilarious, there is a darker side to him that Keaton shows off well. He can be pretty creepy in a depraved kind of way.
Welcome to Winter River, Museum of Natural Green, a monument to the born businessman. Come on a little closer. Step right up, test your strength.
Beetlejuice the movie balances its weird yet endearing tone flawlessly, something we may have to explore much deeper in a future episode. Beetlejuice the character is just about as signature a performance Michael Keaton has ever given.
I'm the ghost with the most, babe.
Number 3. Ray Kroc in The Founder.
You guys want to get some McDonald's?
I'm good.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Not a fan of the Golden Arches, huh? Well, this movie won't make you feel any better.
The Founder is the true story of Ray Kroc, a down-on-his-luck yet determined salesman, and how he met the McDonald brothers in the 1950s. The multi-billion-dollar industry that is today's McDonald's started with Kroc's vision of a national franchise juggernaut that he essentially stole from the brothers. Mac and Dick McDonald innovated how fast their kitchen ran while still producing quality food as Kroc went into business with them to expand the restaurant all over the country. Ambition, ruthless business practices, and relentless persistence encompass this American success story. This performance really shows off Keaton's range. Ray Kroc is portrayed as a fully realized character, from sympathetic and even likable to completely hated by the end of the movie. The film has a very unique vibe that blends humor with cruel business moves and personal corruption in the name of economic growth.
You know, contracts are like hearts. They're made to be broken.
Keaton is amazing in the role as he gets to play a variety of emotions and motivations. At the core of this character is an unstoppable drive for success no matter the cost. And that's no more apparent than in this scene.
Business is war. It's dog eat dog, rat eat rat. If my competitor were drowning, I'd walk over and I'd put a hose right in his mouth.
The Founder is a great movie with great performances, not just from Keaton. The fact that it's the true story of the biggest restaurant chain in American history only adds to its mystique. If you haven't seen the film, consider it an official top 5 recommendation.
Number 2. Batman/Bruce Wayne in Batman and Batman Returns. For many people, this is still the best Batman who has ever graced the screen. This is the part where I'd break down the movies, but I'm pretty sure this clip will sum it up best for you.
I'm Batman.
I think he's pretty much equally as good as the character in both his appearances. Oh, maybe just a bit better in Batman '89.
Stop.
You all know why this performance is on here. I really shouldn't have to say much, but in short, Keaton's Batman saved the character from its campy phase and transitioned him into the Dark Avenger of the Night we all know him as now. Of course, the character was originally dark in the comics well before Batman '89 had returned the Caped Crusader to those ways, but this was the pop culture phenomenon that cemented the Dark Knight. If for nothing else, without Keaton's Batman, we never would have gotten Batman the Animated Series. That's reason enough to praise his portrayal. While I don't think this version of the character is perfect, it's definitely distinct from all the others we've seen so far. This Bruce Wayne is very unique. He's out there, almost aloof, and kind of crazy. But Michael Keaton crazy, so it's awesome.
And he had us.
Lights out! Now you want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts.
The pain of his loss and weight of his self-imposed responsibility is intact here, and it showed off in a few key scenes.
It's just something I have to do.
Why?
Because nobody else can. Look, I tried to avoid all this, but I can't. This is how it is.
I would have loved to have seen where he could have taken the character in a proposed third film. Even now, I think he could play him. Batman Beyond movie, anyone? Hell, he could probably still pull off being in the cowl himself. He may very well be the Batman we deserve and the Batman we need right now. Having to leave a few of these performances out of the top 5 was a very difficult decision.
But cuts have to be made somewhere, so here are more of Mr. Keaton's best performances as honorable mentions.
And the number 1 best Michael Keaton performance is Regan Thompson in Birdman or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. This was the movie that marked Michael Keaton's comeback to big starring roles and earned him an Oscar nomination in the process. Regan Thompson was once a box office sensation as the superhero Birdman. Now, years later, he's trying to shed the stigma of being a washed-up movie star by directing and starring in a major Broadway production. It's a risky move, and with pressure mounting, things are going wrong at every turn. Add on top of that an unstable relationship, his ex-wife and daughter hanging around, and a voice in his head that gets louder with every setback, and you have a man on the verge of a mental breakdown. I almost can't put into words how absolutely incredible Michael Keaton is in this movie. He was born to play this character. It was fate. The script was not written with him in mind, but his real-life story, mirroring Regan's in some ways, made for the perfect backdrop. Knowing who he is going in makes the movie and performance even better. The movie itself is so interesting and different, and not just because it's portrayed to be in mostly one continuous shot. I could spend an hour talking about Birdman and the little intricacies that make it so good, just as I can spend an hour talking about Keaton's performance specifically. Guys, if you haven't seen this movie, you need to go out and watch it. Nothing I can say will accurately describe the experience of seeing it. We watch as Keaton runs through every emotion in the spectrum. We laugh with him, we cry with him, we ponder with him, we get frustrated with him. It's so raw, and Regan is such a vulnerable character. I have many favorite moments in the film, from funny...
Popularity is the slutty little cousin of prestige, my friend.
Okay, I don't even know what the fuck that means, so...
to maddening...
We're not dead. Look at me. Look at this. Look. I look like a turkey with leukemia. I'm fucking disappearing.
to sad.
I just missed the moment. I don't have it. I should have just been there with the two of you. You know, just the three of us.
It's all there and more. Birdman blows everything else out of the water. Michael Keaton is a powerhouse in this performance, and that's not even the latest in a string of great films since he's been back on top. This guy continues to get better into his late 60s, and it was an honor getting to watch his best performances from past to present. On my personal channel this week, I have a discussion about something that I've been thinking about for years. We all know Keaton was a great Batman, but would his natural personality have been a better fit for the Joker? Join me over at youtube.com/awesomewalter and let's get this conversation started.
We want to hear what you guys think. What's your favorite Michael Keaton performance?
What do you want to see us cover next on the show? Leave a comment and let us know.
To keep in touch, you could like my Facebook page or follow along on Twitter.
You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or subscribe to my animated movie review series right here on YouTube.
And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, or Twitch, where I stream on Wednesday nights.
We'll catch you back here next week with the worst of Michael Keaton on a brand new episode of Top 5.
I'm going to leave you with these two words. And those two words are, I'm Batman.